Sean Bennett.
Yo, 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 yo.
Thank you for coming on the podcast, man. How have you been doing?
Man, you know me. I'm always good, baby. The greatest man that ever lived.
The greatest man that ever lived.
There's nothing else I can do but be good. Like, it is what it is, man. Even my days that people would consider, oh, that, man, it sounds like you had a bad day. Nah, man, I'm alive.
That's true.
I made some money today. I got to play with my kids today. It's a good day.
Yeah. All right, it's good talking to you, man. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Hey, anytime, brother. Hey, it's been... The fuck you been up to?
Not a whole lot, man. I haven't been working. I've just been doing comedy shit and doing this podcast and doing anything like creative I can, like writing blogs and shit like that. I moved out of the motel.
What?
Yeah, I moved out of the motel.
Fuck, where are you at now?
I live over by Courthouse. I live over on Courthouse Road out by Spotsy.
Okay.
I don't want to give my exact location on it.
Okay. All right.
I still want Uncle Sam to think that I live at the motel. I do still live at the motel. This has all been an elaborate ruse.
Heard. Understood, my brother.
No, but yeah, I got out of there, man. My rent's cheaper now. I got a big backyard for the dog. It's been great, dude. It's been fucking great.
How is Bo doing?
Bo is doing good, man. Like I said, he's got a big backyard now, so every day, like, we get up and we go outside, like, he's super hype, man. He's just like a totally different dog. And that's my main joy out of the whole situation with moving is that I got him out the fucking motel room, man. For real. I mean, I smoke weed and shit, too. You know, and every day my fear at the motel was, like, I'm going to leave and the DEA is going to come walk, because they would do that at the motel. They have U.S. Marshals, DEA, Spotsylvania Sheriff's Department. They would just do walk-arounds at the property and shit with dogs. So one of my main fears was that they're going to walk by my room, smell weed, kick the door in, and shoot my fucking dog. Like, every day I went to work, I thought about that shit, and now I don't have to anymore, and that's, like, the greatest feeling ever. Like, fuck everything else. Fuck me having a room and, like, having a stove I can cook on and, like...
Nobody's going to shoot my fucking dog.
Nobody's going to shoot my dog. Yeah. Perspective.
Yeah, that's got to be a good fucking feeling. My dog is the most intelligent dumbass on the planet.
What kind of dog do you have?
Pit.
Oh, shit.
Pet. She's my fucking service dog, and she's so good at her job.
Is she really a service dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's hyper good at her fucking job. She knows when something's wrong with me before I even feel it. But outside of doing her job, she sucks at everything else.
She's just not good at being a dog.
God, this is the same dog. She went shooting out the back door one time. And this fence is there, and this fence has been there the entire time I've owned her. Like, the fence has never moved. The fence, it's the same fucking fence you see every day when you go out to fucking pee. And she shoots out at fucking full speed, and I hear, because I don't even, like, monitor her. She knows what's up. Like, we know who the alpha is. So, like, she don't do dumb shit like run off or whatever.
Right.
And, I just hear, I'm like, the fuck just happened? And I go running to the fucking door. I grab one of my fucking kunai because I'm like, I'm about to have to fucking cut somebody. Who the fuck touched my goddamn bitch? Nobody. She ran into the fence at full fucking speed.
Damn.
At full fucking speed. She just ran into the goddamn fence. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dog? She does some of the dumbest, and she's fucking got an attitude problem.
Got an attitude problem?
She's got an attitude. Like, so you could come over my house and jump into my arms, and she wouldn't bat an eye. She might look at like, these niggas is gay, and like go back to what she's doing. But like, any girl touches me that's not one of my daughters, she cops an attitude.
Really?
Cops an attitude. I can't get a hug. I can't smack my girl in the ass.
Damn.
Nothing without her catching an attitude. And it's always some
She's like protective
shit.
of you.
I think maybe she just wants to be the top bitch. I don't know.
That's funny.
I don't know. I fucked up and left the door open one day while I was fucking stroking. And in retaliation, my dog, who's never chewed a fucking shoe, chewed up one of her boots.
Damn.
She never fucking
one of the
chewed
girls' boots.
She's
knew.
Never fucking chewed up a shoe in her fucking life. Not once, not never. But she was like, "Oh, this bitch, you just getting dick with the door open. I gotta listen to this? Okay, cool."
See, my dog's the opposite. He wants to make me jealous. And, like, especially when it comes to women. When a woman comes over, man, he wants to, like, get all in her lap and shit. And then he'll just, like, sit there and look at me like, What are you even doing here? Get out. Like, you're cock block right now. This is my girl. Like, she always has been. She came here to see me, sir.
It's mine now.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I wonder if it's like a territorial thing.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But, like, she's like I said, doesn't, nothing with dudes. Nothing. But she sees a female touching me.
So does she like your girl? Does your girl live with you?
Yeah, no, she doesn't live with me. But, like, yeah, so long as she's not touching me, she thinks my girl is the greatest fucking thing ever. So long as she's not touching me. She'll run up, give her little gifts and whatnot. Here, look, I got my treat. You want to play some of my treat? Like, you want to play fetch? You want to... If she reaches out and, like, goes to hold my hand or something, instant attitude.
That's funny.
Instant fucking attitude.
She read a joke about that. I mean, it's already a joke. I like to hear you tell that story at the next open mic you come to.
This fucking dog peed on my floor because I wouldn't let her go to her cage.
Because you wouldn't let her go to her cage.
When I'm at work, she's crate trained.
Right.
So, like, when I'm at work, she's in her fucking cage to, like, fucking get home. And I'm like, yo, you fucking been in this fucking cage for, like, 12 hours. Like, fuck off. But I had just put the fresh linens, like, I just washed her bed sheets and whatnot. Motherfucking, and she had a treat in her cage. So she's like, I'm trying to go to the cage. And I'm like, no, be a fucking dog for a little while. Like, fuck, man. And so she fucking snaps at me. She, and then pigs on my fucking floor. And I was like, motherfucker, go home. She goes in the fucking cage, and I'm like, yeah, now you're punished. Fuck, damn it, that's where she wanted to go. Damn, motherfucking dog.
She won.
My petty ass went in, pulled her out of her cage, and closed and locked the fucking cage. And I was like, you can sit in the room with the cage, but fucking, you ain't going fucking nowhere. You gonna sit here wishing that you was in your motherfucking cage.
I want you to look at your cage and think about what you've done.
Look at your home and wish you could be there.
That'd be weird. Could you imagine that with an actual prisoner that wanted to go to jail? I mean, I guess it does happen to people, though. There's definitely cases like wintertime rolls around and people are about to be homeless. It's like, all right, well, let me see if I can go out here and
guaranteed
get
3 hots in a cot.
Yeah.
Guaranteed 3 hots in a cot.
Yep.
There's people that just can't, been in jail so long they can't function outside of it.
Yep, that's true.
They can't function outside of it. We've seen that a lot.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It institutionalizes people, man.
Jada said it years ago. He said, I know niggas that go to jail just to get their teeth fixed. And that's true. You get free dental in there.
Yeah.
You get free dental in there. Look, Dave pisses me off. I love it, but I'm a hypocrite because I'm like, yo, why they treating these prisoners so good? But I'm also like, why the fuck they stop letting prisoners get degrees? Like, so it's definitely
there's not enough reformation. It's just punishment. Yeah. There's not enough avenues to help people get acclimated back to society.
Well, I was looking at some shit. I think it was, I want to say Switzerland. It might have been Greenland, but I want to say Switzerland. I was looking at their prison system, and they have the lowest return rate in the fucking world. And their prisons look like hotel rooms.
Really?
Like, they have, you have, I think it's 2 to a room. Depending on the violent, offenders have like 1. And they've got shower, and a closed door, TV, the whole 9. And instead of focusing on, we want your stay here to be miserable, they focus on, why did you do what you did? How do we stop you from doing it again? And they put people in these, surprisingly humane conditions while they're doing that. And they have the lowest return rate and one of the lowest crime rates on the planet. Now, a lot of people, like, a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's because, in Switzerland, everybody's got a gun in Switzerland. Because they do issue.
Do they?
Over there. But you have to pass. I actually saw somebody was trying to use that for like a political thing, and they were like, "Oh, well, Switzerland is one of the lowest crime rates in the world, and it's because everybody owns a gun." And they're like, "Man, you have to pass all kinds of psych evaluations. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do this and that and the third to get that gun." And if you commit a violent crime, you don't get it back.
Right.
So like there's that as well. But I don't know, man. Like I think America, man, we focus a lot on it's more of like we don't want to treat these people like, you hear people say dumb shit like that all the time, like, well, my tax money goes to prisoners and blah blah. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not in the fucking slightest. Fucking the government fucking, well, I guess to a degree it does, but fucking it's the reason that fucking the prison system is fucking privatized.
Yeah.
It's privatized. They get a check for every prisoner.
Yeah. It's one of the most profitable industries in this country is privately owned prisons. Mm-hmm. That's definitely a big problem.
Absolutely. And look how many scandals they've unturned with essentially selling, like, you know, young black kids to fucking prisons and whatnot. Lock them up for whatever you can. Send them to fucking prison. We get a check. Now your police force gets a $20,000 donation because y'all put X amount of people in jail. So I'm getting paid every day. They get paid daily per prisoner.
Yeah.
Daily. That's nuts.
Yeah, it is. It's insane, dude. And then a lot of them are owned by like judges and lawyers and stuff like that. You're gonna tell me that's not a conflict of interest?
Yeah, it's a very big conflict.
Politicians and shit like that.
Like if I'm a judge, if I'm a judge and I'm getting paid off of how many people are in jail, I'm throwing the book
at everybody, right? Maybe that's
Like-
why Stafford County is the way it is.
Oh yeah, baby. I think we dropped like 3 places, but I know a few years ago we had the highest conviction rate in the country.
Really?
In the country, I think we're still in that top 5.
I believe it.
Stafford County, Virginia. Come on vacation, leave on probation.
Yeah, and that's very real. That's very real. I see it. When you see a Stafford County cop, that's a different feeling than when you see a Fredericksburg or a Spotsy cop. It's just a different feeling, you know what I mean? Because like what comes with that, like maximum time, maximum fines.
Have
That's
you ever
their
talked
favorite.
to like Fredericksburg cops about Stafford? You probably don't talk to the cops a lot.
Yeah.
But I used to work with some cops, and like I talked to talking to Fredericksburg cops about Stafford cops. It's fucking nuts. Like Fredericksburg, like if you're they hit them lights and you take off, Fredericksburg cops are told do not chase.
Okay.
You call it in, you do not chase. When you got too many people, too tight of areas, like the citizens come first.
Right.
Do not put the citizens in danger by having this person, a wild driver trying to get away from the cops is a danger to our citizens. Do not chase. Get the license plate, we'll handle it, but don't chase them. Stafford County has the saying, if it starts in Stafford, it ends in Stafford. If it comes through Stafford, it ends in Stafford. They're giving different orders. You get that person by any means necessary. You run them off fuck the civilians. You run them off the road, fucking, you shoot out their fucking tires. You do whatever the fuck you have to do. They don't leave Stafford County. And it's like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's a little militant.
That's fucking nuts. One of the Fredericksburg, or he's a former cop at this point, former Fredericksburg officer told me he was like, Stafford County, they deliberately have a tendency to like hire guys who got like bullied in high school.
Really?
Like they go after those guys because it's that now I'm the boss. Now they know those guys are going to be more aggressive.
Right.
More assertive is the word that they use. But what it comes down to is aggression. Like, I got picked on from middle school through high school, and now I've got a badge and a gun.
Right. Now I've got the upper hand.
Right. Like, yeah.
Now I can go take care of these jocks and skaters that
King Dingaling now, baby. What you gonna do? It's nuts, man. It's nuts. It's nuts. The way our whole entire prison system is set up is absurd. And everybody's always like, well, it could be worse. You could go to jail in some other countries. Some of these countries, they blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah. And in other countries, they treat people like people. Like it's. Yeah. Just because we're not the worst doesn't mean we can't be better.
Exactly, yeah. It could be worse, but it definitely could be a lot better.
Yeah,
You were in the military, weren't you, Sean? Mm-hmm. How long were you in the military? What branch?
I had it 4 years and left.
Okay.
Maybe.
Did you go on any tours?
Mm-hmm. A lot. I've been all over this fucking marble. I was in the fucking Navy. That's the fuck we do. We hop in the bucket and haul ass. Like, hop in the bucket and haul ass, baby. We can get on the boat and go. That's literally what we did. I got to see a whole fuck ton of the world. I got to be in some terrifying situations.
Imagine.
I got to be in some situations where I got to see a whole bunch of cool shit, man. I got to see some cool shit. I think one of the coolest things I ever saw that was supposed to be terrifying was actually cool. So, like, our captain, first off, was a thug. I was on the USS Cape St. George, and our captain was a fucking thug. I remember George W. was on TV at the time talking about, we have no plans at this moment to engage in hostile actions with Iraq. And we had just loaded up with fucking Tomahawks, and we were on our way to Iraq. So watching our president say that on national TV was like, the fuck? But we had to pull into Turkey. You know, they got a good relationship with Iraq,
Right.
Iraq and Afghanistan for that matter. And it was a scheduled port, and they're like, no, so long as y'all have hostile actions with them, y'all can't port here. And they flew. If I'm not mistaken, it was either 3 or 4 jets over our battle group. And so first off, our captain had been playing Bombs Over Baghdad nonstop. Nonstop. This is not a joke. He had been playing Bombs Over Baghdad from the moment we left port. We hit North Carolina, ammoed up, and we hard ass over there. Motherfucking Bombs Over Baghdad. Even when it was turned down and it was just in the background over the PA system. Everything got quiet. You could just hear Bombs Over Baghdad. Hey. And he called up to the admiral. The admiral called down and gave everybody orders when those. Because I imagine those 3 or 4 aircrafts was probably their entire Air Force.
Yeah.
When they flew back over, every ship in the battle group was locked onto them motherfuckers. An hour later, we was in port. I don't know. I don't think our admiral got authorization from anybody to engage shit with nobody. But he was ready to. But he was like, I'll turn this whole motherfucker into a parking lot. Don't play with me. we will. I remember a quote from my EXO, actually. He was like, these motherfuckers don't want to fuck with us. Like, we would turn this motherfucker into a parking lot and build a Walmart right here. Like,
build a Walmart.
We'll build a Walmart
the fuck out of this neighborhood.
right here. So wild. that was one of the, that was followed by one of the most terrifying moments of my life. But like, I won't even get into that. But like, fucking, that right there was one of the coolest fucking moments, and I was all on high alert. Like, while we're out in town, like, oh, these fucking Turkish people, man, like, fucking they didn't want us here. There's gonna be some problems. The Turkish government had an issue. The Turkish people didn't give a fuck.
They didn't care.
Bro, we come to spend money. Well, I say we, but I was young. But
Right.
all the salty dogs, man, they went over there. They bought so much jewelry, mailed it back to America. They bought leather fucking coats. Shit you find out here for $400-$600. They was buying out there for fucking, $30, $50, $60, $70 and shit
Right.
like that. Buy a fuck ton of them, mail them back to fucking U.S. Just
That's
a whole
cool.
bunch of shit that's cheap as fuck over there. Gold, jewels, jewelry, fucking. My ass was, I'm in the fucking bars getting drunk because I was,
'Cause you're young and
18
dumb.
at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that bitch got titties, y'all.
So you got out of high school and went in the military. Damn.
Yeah, I enlisted when I was 17.
You think that helped you grow as a man?
Fucking absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of the lessons that some of the guys that I served with didn't hit me till later in life because I was dumb, man. I was dumb. I was a young knucklehead.
I mean, most of us are when we're young.
I was
definitely a dumbass
couldn't
too.
nobody tell me shit.
Yeah.
I was that motherfucker. I fought for anything and everything. Like, we could be out having a good time. It could be me and you. We could have 6 bitches on deck. They talking about, let's go back to the hotel room. What's up? Da 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 da. 3 for you, 3 for me. What's up? And I'm over here like, fuck that nigga over there looking at, man. Fuck he looking this way for, bro. I actually, in Bar Norfolk, I actually had an altercation like that. And my dude Reggie was like, bro, he ain't even looking at shit. He ain't looking at shit. Like, Motherfucker, he said he probably looking because we got all the bitches. Nigga, like the fuck? He was like, you know how hard it is to find quality bitches around here? And we got quality bitches right now. And your ass over there, you looking at this motherfucker. Like, you surrounded by quality bitches at the moment, and you staring at a man. And I'm like, nah, he plotted something. He plotted something. Nah, we got to deal with this. So I walked clean across the fucking bar. You got a fucking problem? Homie was like, the fuck, man? And I was like, don't stand up. You stand up, I'm gonna drill your fucking ass again. And he was like, motherfucker, y'all got a bunch of bitches, man. I was trying to figure out how to introduce myself, man, because I'm trying to get on with some pussy, too. Y'all motherfuckers got the pussy. I was over there thinking about sending y'all some drinks and some shit, because motherfucking, it's dry out here. Niggas just trying to get laid. And all I could think was, man, that's what Reggie just fucking told me. Was this what? That's word for fucking word.
He just want to be friends.
Oh, word for fucking word. But like I was fucking knucklehead, man. When I was young, like I was the type of guy. I was surrounded by a good group of men who controlled, who like corralled me, and taught me better. I was the type of youngster that fucking like I can't stand now.
Right.
Like that I just can't stand now. Like fuck you, ice grilling everybody for. Like fuck's wrong with you, man? You out, you know? Like I had when I was in Texas, I see these two dudes standing outside of a window. My man sitting at a table. It's him and a bunch of bitches. Just him by himself and a bunch of bitches. And I see these two dudes standing outside the window, and they plotting on him. Like, yo, when that nigga come outside, we gonna fuck him up. And I was like, y'all, that's trip. Y'all just got kicked out of the bar and shit. Like security just walked y'all out. Y'all outside the bar, and like the male to female ratio in San Antonio was like 6-1. So this bitch is everywhere, and it's Halloween season. So like there's half naked bitches everywhere because it don't get cold in Texas
warm,
like
yeah,
right. Like so these bitches is butt naked everywhere. I'll put it to like 15, maybe 20 yards from where we were at. On the corner is a McDonald's. The McDonald's was so packed. There's like 60 half-naked bitches standing outside the McDonald's waiting to get into the McDonald's. And like an assorted like 20 or so dudes. And I'm like, niggas. Like, y'all motherfuckers out here staring. Y'all, homeboy in there having the time of his life with these bitches. And y'all out here staring at him. Like, I mean, y'all gay or something? Like, the fuck's going on? And it didn't hit me until fucking like after I had the altercation with them. And fucking I got back to fucking Virginia. And I'm like, nigga, that was me. that was me at 17, 18, 19 years old. Yep. Fucking shit, that was me at 20, 21, 22 years old. Like it was hard to tell me anything in my younger days, man. I was that young knucklehead that like I couldn't stand now. And fortunately, I was surrounded by a bunch of strong men who were able to corral me a little bit and fucking, show me a better way. Some of these guys I speak to semi-regularly still. Some of these guys I only see on Facebook, but like they'll always be family to me.
Yeah.
Always be family to me.
I can only imagine what that bond is like, that military bond. It's got to be tighter than family in some cases, man, because you literally have each other's backs, like your lives are on the line. You know what I mean? You have each other's lives on the line. So there's just something else that goes into that, man. Another level of brotherhood. So what'd you do when you got out the military?
Got in trouble.
Doing what, man?
Got in trouble.
Just being a fuck up.
Being a
knucklehead.
I wish there was some other better way
to word it.
Man. But just being a fuck up, man. Early 20s. Sean was not a good person.
How do you know?
Oh God, I don't discuss my age now. I'm just know that I'm somewhere between 70 and 60.
Okay. Black don't crack.
But in my early 20s, man, I was a fucking mess. I was running around fucking people's fucking girlfriends and wives and shit. I went through a period where I only messed with married women. Like exclusively married women, because I was like, no matter what, this bitch gotta go home. Like at the end of the day, no matter what, she's gotta go home.
Sound logic.
I realized that logic was flawed when fucking it was like within a week or two of each other, I got two different husbands in my face. Cause it's like they got into an argument and you want to throw in for. I've been getting dicked down by this young black thing.
Yep.
And I'm like, no, bitch, you done fucked it up. That's God damn it. One of the dudes punched me. I let it slide. Like I told him he gets the one. I said, you hit me again, I'm gonna fuck you up. But like I'm gonna give you that one because what I just said to you was mad disrespectful, and I've been fucking your wife. So I'm gonna give you that one. But like you hit me
That was
again,
generous of you.
I just tore into him. He came and he was, screaming and yelling, and he told me I was just a hood rat that wasn't gonna ever be shit, and look at you live out here in these, fucking ghetto and blah 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 blah. And I was like, yo, that's dope, son. I said, I feel what you're saying, man. You're just a successful ass dude. I said, but let me tell you how my days off from work go. Generally, what'll happen is your wife will come down here to the ghetto, and either, your Porsche, your Lexus or whatever, and she'll, come kick it with me and shit. Fucking, I get roadhead and while I'm pushing your whip on the way back to your spot. Fucking, and then I fuck her where I want to, in your bed, on your couch, your kitchen counter, like, whatever the fuck. And I was like, but, so you can mock me for, being from the ghetto all you want to. I said, but for real, what you need to be saying is thank you. You need to thank me. I was like, 8 months ago, your marriage was a shambles. You was about to get a fucking divorce because fucking, you only got 10, 15 seconds, missionary 2 times a week, and, wasn't cutting it for her. And I was like, you not notice how much better your life is, guy? I said, the kids is taken care of every motherfucking day. Dinner is ready every day when you come home because I tell her make sure dinner is ready for you when you motherfucking come home. Motherfucking, and you get to do your little 2-pump chump missionary thing twice a week, and she don't have to get upset and frustrated about it because she's getting the real. She knows she's gonna get the real deal next day. Like, so, like, you need to be saying thank you because I saved your marriage. And he punched me in my fucking face, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let that one slide. I feel like I had that coming, but like, don't hit me again. Like, I don't. And he was one of those. He punched like this.
So if you hit me like that again, I'm beating your ass just on principle. It's not because you hit me; it's because of the way you punch. That's why I'm doing this.
It was like his arm got stuck. Like he didn't know whether he wanted to slap me or punch me. So he just kind of was like, "Fuck it, we'll go with it." And I was like,
that's funny. Didn't you fight MMA? Didn't you train and fight MMA for a little while? So how long?
Successfully. I was good. I was really fucking good.
Did you start doing that in the military or after?
Nah, I've been doing martial arts. I've been training to fight since I was like 4.
Okay.
And I took a little bit from this and a little bit from that, and I've always had a weird body, so I took the stuff that worked for my body type and the stuff that I was comfortable with, from 11 different martial arts, and I just did what I could with it. But I was good at fighting. The worst 2 fights of my career, I won. Lost one of the best fights of my career. I was upset, but that was fucking my fucking debut against a guy who was like 24-2, and the pressure of the moment just got to me. Plus, he was fucking not just a cop, a fucking hero cop in fucking Cincinnati. And fucking my stupid ass didn't know he was I didn't know he was like a fucking local celebrity damn near. And I came out the cop killer. And fucking I've never gotten booed so hard at anything in my life. Ever. Ever. Man. And it's just the moment I got caught up to me. That was my 1L. I had asked for, footage of it's why I kept my shit off of YouTube. Because I learned that from that fucking fight. Everybody who has any kind of fight wants to put their shit on fucking YouTube, but then you can go get footage real easy. Fucking when I knew I had a fight coming up, that's all I do is go to fucking YouTube. Fucking It didn't matter how shitty they did in the fight. They wanted it on YouTube so their friends could see.
And you go watch them and learn their tendencies and stuff, and their weaknesses.
So for me, people would always assume because I was tall and I was long, oh man, if I can just get inside, that's where I wanted you to be. That's what I was best at. I love grappling.
Yeah, even though you're tall and long, you're a stocky guy too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're dumb enough to stand at the end of my reach and just let me tee off on you, I'll look like fucking Anderson Silva. Like, I'll look fucking like the world's best fucking striker if you're just dumb enough to not gauge distance. But I prefer to fight in tight and on the ground. That's my best areas. But fucking Excessive Force, Rod Housley, that was his fucking name. And I had asked for footage of this guy for fucking weeks, probably months. And they finally give me footage of him at the event, the day of the fight. And it's not like footage of like, oh, here's his fight. It looks like a fucking like highlight reel of him knocking niggas unconscious. And I got like a little bit intimidated. I'm watching this, and like somebody had brought up to my attention that like his last like 4 of his last 5 opponents hadn't made it 15 seconds, or excuse, had made it 30 seconds. Excuse me. And like the one guy in there that did, like spent like 3 weeks in the hospital, and I'm like, all my confidence went away, and I went from fucking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker, I'm gonna beat, he's just some donut eating ass cop, like, you know, I'm gonna fuck him up, and then all of a sudden I'm like,
totally in your head.
Oh fuck, oh shit, I don't want to end up in trash. Oh god, and they showed me this fucking footage, like him just sleeping dudes, just over it. Like he had fucking 26 fucking fights,
right?
At that point, fucking, and I had been doing pit fights before that, like fighting somebody's basement or like a fucking empty pool or some shit for money. Go tussle in somebody's fucking backyard. Was the closest that I had to fucking any kind of fucking professional experience.
Y'all were doing that around here?
No, that was in Ohio.
Okay.
And paid well.
Kimbo Slice style fighting.
Decent fucking money. But when the real money comes from the bets. Now, like you might make a couple $100 to show up and fight. But the real money came from the fucking bets.
Right.
Like, oh, don't nobody know who this cat is. All right, well, bet. I know I'm making $800 tonight to fight. I'm gonna put that whole $800 on me in various bets and see who can give me the best odds, and you parlay it like that. But I got terrified. Oh god, I went from warming up and smiling, I'm about to be a champion on my first night, to oh, Jesus. Oh, did you see when he hit that one nigga and he folded against the fence? Fuck, like I don't want to be an accordion. And
how long did you do that for, man? I've always wanted to get into MMA. I've always wanted to learn. I just don't have the resources as far as like money to pay for training. Yeah. And it is time consuming too. There's a certain level of self-discipline that you get out of it. Physical, get the exercise out of it, and to be able to learn those skills just for self-defense in case something weird happens and you need it.
But it's different for me. It was never like that was one of the happiest periods of my life because I love fighting. I love training. I love everything but cardio. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do 3 a days. Didn't get me to do anything. Shark Tank, cool, not a problem. I'm on it. Fucking strength and conditioning, awesome. Calisthenics, I love it. You wanna go lift some weights? Hey, we need you to run for a little while. It's tears and heartache and fuck, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. The only motivation that I ever had to run was I never wanted to lose a fight because I gassed out.
Right.
Like I never wanted to lose a fight to somebody that I was better than because I was tired. And he's still fighting because he's got cardio and, I'm slap boxing.
Yeah.
You know how it gets when you get tired of the fight and you just kind of like, stop.
Yeah.
Get away. Well, while we're talking about fucking fighting, I know you said you missed the fucking the Jones fight. Did you go back and watch the highlights?
I did not watch any of the highlights. I was watching the fights that night up until a certain point, and then I left to go do something. I can't remember what I did. I think I went to go downtown. I went to go see the girl I've been talking to or something like that. And I missed the John Jones fight. But then I saw that people were saying that he probably shouldn't have won, that it was like a bad judgment.
Yeah, I mean, people were calling it a robbery. It wasn't a robbery. I'll say that for sure. And I don't like John Jones. But I'll say it wasn't a robbery. He showed that championship level heart, man. In the 4th and 5th rounds, he came on strong. His opponent was fading. And, now I do believe Dominic won those first 3 rounds, and I believe he won those first 3 rounds comfortably. Every takedown Jones got, fucking, and he got his first takedown in like the 3rd round, and then he got one in the fourth, and he got one in the fifth. I think he got like two in the fifth, or it was either two in the fourth. Anyways, every time he got Dominic Reyes down, Dominic Reyes stood the fuck back up. Like, so he didn't hold him down. He didn't take any damage. He didn't, And I'm a big believer in, like, stop scoring takedowns so heavily.
Right.
Like, if we're fighting and you take me down and you land some ground and pound, some submission attempts, you get some control time, that should be scored. If you take me down and my butt hits the ground and I immediately stand up, that shouldn't be, that shouldn't sway.
Right. Not so heavily.
Right. That shouldn't sway so heavily into, he got a takedown. So, he's behind in striking, he's behind in cage control, but, he did get a takedown.
But when it comes to those, like, quick takedowns that are kind of, there should be at least an asterisk next to it or a half point or something. Some way of judging that's not as a full takedown.
Well, it should count as a full takedown, but like a lot of judging comes from a lot of judging when it comes to MMA comes from knowing the positions.
Right.
And like so the guy I thought there would be more controversy from that night. I know people have been talking about the judging a lot, but I know after that first robbery that they had, which was the same judge. It was the same judge that scored it 4-1 for Jones. Like in the middle of the fight, Joe Rogan, in the middle of one of the women's fights, Angela KGB Lee. In the middle of her fight, Joe Rogan points out that the judges, especially the judge that fucking had that shitty fucking call, wasn't even watching the fight.
Really?
And then the camera just happens to pan by, and he's turned like this. There's a fight going on in the cage that you have to score. And he's turned like this. Shoot, at least the other judge was talking, but he's at least watching the fight and talking. Homeboy is...
Right.
And, like, you're going to judge a fight, that's going to determine somebody. A lot of these guys only make half their money. Like, everybody ain't like John Jones, where, he makes $1 million to show and to win, and then he gets pay-per-view points, and, this, that, and the third. And you got people fighting for, like, 10 grand to show up and 10 grand to win.
Right.
So a bad judgment call, they out of 10 grand because you didn't want to watch the fucking fight.
Yeah, that's somebody's livelihood.
Right. So shit like that always. But Dominic, I think Dominic won the first 3 rounds very comfortably. I think the 4th round was close, with a slight edge, maybe for Jones. It was close enough; it could have gone either way. I don't think the first 3 rounds could have went any other way except to Dominic Reyes. The 5th round, they told him, his corner told him, he said, "Hey, look, we feel like it might be 2-2. It comes down to this round. You need to go out and you need to fucking put on a show." He said, "You give me 5 hard minutes, and you will hear I guarantee you will hear and new at the end of this." And Jones' corner said pretty much the same thing. "Look, we feel like it's 2-2, pimp. So you got to go out there and either finish him or completely dominate this round." Jones went out there and completely dominated that round. I mean, Dominic hung in there. It wasn't like he got outclassed. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But so that's, and you also have to remember when scoring, when fighting, like, that's what the judges are going to remember.
Right.
That's what's going to remember heavy on the judges is that last round.
Right.
That last round.
Freshest in their memory.
Yeah. And so, like, if they see you getting your shit pushed in for the last 5 minutes of the fight.
Right. They're saying you lost the fight.
Yeah. It's a lot of times, unless you put on a show in the previous rounds.
Right.
Like, you put on a show. And I'm talking about, like, I'll use Diego Sanchez versus, who the fuck was it? I know who it was. I'm just brain farting. Diego got his ass whooped for Gilbert Melendez. He got his ass whooped for the first 2 rounds. Like, wasn't even close. He landed like 3 fucking strikes to something like fucking 60 over the course of 2 rounds. Like, he just got beat the fuck up. And but he never gave up. You know, he kept moving forward, you know, Diego Sanchez style. And in that 3rd round, he just, Hail Mary uppercut. And rocks Melendez. And he won that round, but he didn't win the fight because of how bad, like, it was easy to remember how badly he got beat up in those first 2 rounds. Right. You can't have a fight, like, where you do good in the first 2 rounds, even if you clearly win those first 2 rounds. And then, you know, you get blown out in the 5th round, or in the last round, because that's what people are going to remember.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. How long did you fight for? How long were you involved with?
As far as martial arts, I've been involved.
Not martial, but from pool fights and backyard fights to when you stopped cage fighting.
Jesus.
Because you said you started in Ohio, and I know you
9
came
years.
down here with it because you met my friend Daniele
9 years.
through that. Wow, that's a long time, dude. That's a long fucking time. How'd you meet Daniele? How'd you meet
9
Danny?
years.
I don't know. What do you want me to call him?
In passing. In passing. I actually, so I'd laid eyes on him before, but we had never actually, like, to this day, still, we've never sat down and had a conversation.
Really?
Because I'd love, like, I'd love to spar with him. I'm out of shape. I'm past my prime, you know, but like, it's.
So you guys never trained at like the same? Okay.
We were at. I was with when I got here. I was with Team Assassin. So we never trained together.
Okay.
Like, again, I've laid eyes on him. I've seen him fight. And I like the kid. I heard some stories or whatever.
Great guy.
Yeah.
He's a really great guy.
Fucking, it was actually, I actually reached out to him on a personal level as a person. Not as a fighter, because like when I was fighting, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
It's fuck everybody. Like, if you're even close, if there's any chance that you can make my weight class or I can make your weight class, fuck you. We can't be friends.
It's a very competitive mentality. That's how you have to be almost.
Because when I see you, it's so I actually had a beef with another fighter, who he wasn't even my fucking weight class. He was like 170. He was like 170, and I was fighting heavyweight at the time because I could fight when I was in my prime. I could go between 185 and heavyweight. Like, I even fought a super heavyweight once, just cause. And I could just slide weights. 185 was a issue, but but it was doable with enough time. I only did it one time because
it was hard for you to get down to that weight and keep it. Yeah.
So it would have to be. So like if I had made it to like a major promotion or something, I might have considered fighting 185. But like, fucking cut, man. I literally went down there. I went down to 185 for one reason and one reason only. The guy wanted to punch in the face fought at 185. And at the time that I made that call, I was walking around at like 220.
Damn.
And I was like, I really want to beat this nigga ass. So it is what it is. He's not coming up. I'll go down. But I showed up at this cat's gym one time because he was talking shit. He had a fight with one of my teammates, and my teammate got injured in the fight. So dude won by TKO because he blew his fucking knee out.
Right.
They were in the middle of a scramble, and all of a sudden you just freak accident.
Yeah.
And so he's running around, I beat that pussy ass and that. And I'm like, y'all were a minute into the fight. Like, nobody was hurt. Like, he just tore his shit in the scramble. Like, the fuck you talking about? You beat his fucking ass. He started talking shit about his fucking family and his heritage and all that shit. So I was like, yo, fuck it. Like, let's ride. So I went down to his gym. Like, I was that guy. Like, I went down to his gym, and
you're Conor McGregor ready to start throwing dollies through fucking tour buses and shit, huh?
His coaches called my coach, and Coach Carlos was like, nah.
Damn, Sean, I think someone just called you Craig Robinson.
Dope. I'm saying. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I can live with that. I'll take any comparison to a fat rich nigga. Like, hopefully somebody mistake me for him and give me a check that was meant for him. I'd take it.
He's coming to the DC Improv soon. I think I'm gonna go see him. I love Craig Robinson, man. He's funny as shit to me.
Yeah, that guy is fucking hilarious.
Man, Danny's got a fight coming up on March 28th. I just bought my ticket from him.
Yeah, man.
Think you're gonna go?
Cause, well, I was actually trying to finagle you into some other shit on the 28th.
What's that? What do you want to do on the 28th?
Well, on the 28th, I am.
You want to fuck, bro?
I mean, holla at me in the summer during my whole season.
Once you get back, I need you to cut weight, too.
Maybe. Possibly. We'll come back to that.
So
Nah,
I take it
do
you're not going to see Danny on March 28th.
I'm not. I would love to. I'm actually thinking about giving away some tickets to his fight.
Okay. Still support the cause.
Oh yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell, a dude like Danny fucking, and not just as a fighter. Like as a fighter, he's dope. Don't get me wrong. As a fighter, he's fucking dope. But as a person, he's fucking amazing. He is fucking amazing. He is a hell of a guy. So everybody should support him.
Yeah.
Everybody
He really is a good guy, man. I actually met him in alternative school. We went to alternative school together. And then, we were both younger. We were both kind of knuckleheads and shit. And I didn't see him for years. But ever since he's just always been really down to earth, man. Really easy to get along with. And from the talks that I've had with him in the past couple of years and stuff, I mean, he's just got a really good heart, dude. And I mean, as much of a badass as he is, and he can just whoop anybody's fucking ass that he wanted to, he doesn't walk around like that. You know what I mean? He's not a bully.
Yeah.
And I can really appreciate that. That's my main thing with him, is that he has that skill and that talent, but he's not a bully about it. I mean, that's like you and I. We're both, roast battle champions and shit. We face each other, 3 times in the roast battle?
Yeah.
And we're not bullies about it.
Well, no, twice. We never did get our third because fucking it was I want to call it karma. I want to call it karma. You showed up and I showed up and everybody was like, "Well, it's these two motherfuckers in the finals, like fucking pricks." And then we both got eliminated by 2 people that fucking like
we're barely even doing comedy.
Right. Nobody saw the shit fucking coming. The fuck just happened?
Yeah, and lost in the first round, too.
Back-to-back upsets in the first fucking round.
You lost to Brad, and I lost to Scotty Rock.
It's like, yo, here comes the champ, and here comes the champ. They're gonna meet one more time, baby, for the rubber match, the tiebreaker, and that's literally what it was. Like fucking, even other people in the competition were like, "Oh, these 2 motherfuckers again." Yep. Boom, both of us eliminated in the first round. It was nuts.
Man, were you there the night?
I love shit like that.
Were you there the night that Avery and Christian battled each other?
Yeah.
Dude, that was probably the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, man.
Well, that's because you got 2 brothers. They know they got all the dirt on each other.
They got all the dirt and then all the animosity and resent that they've been holding on to for fucking years. Like, man, I think they did twice the amount of time that we usually spend roasting each other. Tony just let them go. Like, Tony and Keezer just, sat back and were like,
Get it out, guys. Get it out.
Oh, man, that was super entertaining. I've been thinking about trying to do roast battles in town again. That'd be fun.
Yeah, do like a summer series.
A summer series.
Yeah, do like a summer series.
We can at least do 3 nights, 3 weeks.
But we were talking about the 28th.
Yes, I was about to say.
We were talking about the 28th. And, I'll put you on the spot here on the air. So, I got picked up for a show, and, I wanted you to come out and help me host it.
Okay.
I wanted you to come out and help me host it. Paying gig, good stuff. Right here in the Berg.
Downtown?
Downtown, baby.
Where at?
Downtown. Fucking, this nice little Jamaican spot they got down there.
Pimenta,
yes.
Okay. How's the food over there? I haven't been there yet.
Fucking phenomenal.
I imagine.
And the best part about it is I no longer have to go to Woodbridge to get Jamaican food.
Fucking right.
Because I hate Woodbridge and I try not to go there for any reason. Don't support Woodbridge. But it was the only place that had real good Jamaican food. And so I would go and I'd try to, smuggle myself into Woodbridge, hit up that spot. And it was always such a thing because they were so far away, I'd always get 4 or 5 meals. Also because I'm fat. I'd get 4 or 5 meals and be like, all right, they always to go. They'll always be like, oh, why you never sit down and eat? And because this is a haven. This is a safe space. It's a great place to be. But breathing this Woodbridge air is killing me inside. So I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I'd always get 4 or 5 meals and bounce. But now I can just go straight downtown and have a good time, man.
Fucking right. Yeah, I want to go try that place out and give me some
You know,
legit
be
jerk
a
chicken.
you know, be a good time to try that place out.
When?
28th,
The 28th.
March 28th.
You put me on the spot, man, because I've been telling Daniele for a while that I'm gonna go see one of his fights.
And I absolutely look. I want to go see Daniele fight. It's also why I'm buying some tickets to his joint and doing like I said, a little raffle or whatever, just to support. I was hoping that it would be any day but March 28th, but of course it's fucking March 28th. You know, so I mean, I'm always gonna preach. You know, I'm always gonna say support Daniele because that's but also money's always a good thing.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm trying
And
to do.
it's a good show. It's got if you don't know who the Chiseled Adonis is, go look up the Chiseled Adonis on YouTube. I got the Chiseled Adonis coming down.
Okay.
Me and this guy been trying to put something together for I want to say 8 months to a year.
Okay.
We've been trying to put something together.
Who else you got on the card?
And Brian Siegel.
Brian fucking Siegel.
Yes, sir. I asked him if he would headline. So, like, when they asked me to do the show, they assumed I was going to headline. And I was like,
I'm a little cold, rusty.
how about I host? I can put together some sets real quick, but I'm mad rusty.
You're a good host, though, man. And hosting is a whole nother art form. You have the energy for it, too, you know what I mean? I do, too, but I'd rather just do my shit, man. Hosting is such a different art form, and you do a good job of that, and wrangling in the crowd and building that energy and making everyone feel involved.
All right, well, I'm just saying, I need a little bit of extra help. So, I mean, if you wanted to do, give us a fierce 10-15, nobody's going to be mad about Scott Wharton.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be mad about Scott Wharton doing what Scott Wharton does, telling jokes. Like I said, it's but I understand you got decisions to make.
Yeah, I feel bad not going to see Daniele, but at the same time, comedy is what I'm trying to do. Like, that's how I make my money now. I don't work anymore and shit. So I almost have to do it. And plus, that's my MMA.
Yeah.
And he's literally not on the podcast tonight because he's
training for a fucking fight.
He's training right now. He's supposed to be on here with us. So I think that he is understanding that he would understand that I needed to go do comedy and go make that money and go get those reps, and go get that training in the same way.
Well,
that
shit,
he
if
does.
you're not gonna go to Daniele's, like I said, I'll get a ticket. You get a ticket. Let's do a joint raffle.
Okay.
Let's do a joint raffle because I still want to promote him, man. I still want
I
to
do too.
I still want to fucking. I think, bro. I think everybody should see this dude fight because
so too.
I think he's gonna be great. I think he's
so
gonna be
too.
great.
I know
and
so.
Let me put it to you like this.
He's got great potential.
Let me put it to you like this. You never got to see me fight.
No.
You never got to see me fight. But like, even when I was working at the bar, people used to blow me. Oh my God, he just took out 4 or 5 guys. He blah 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 yada yada yada. I was fucking great in my fucking heyday, and Daniele's gonna be better than me.
Yeah.
Period. Like he's going to be better than I was in my best at my prime. I fully believe that, and I say that with fucking confidence. He's so fucking good, man. He's so fucking good. He's like a fucking sponge. He's like a fucking sponge, and he has.
Do you know who he trains with? Do you know these people?
The dedication. No, I don't know his trainers.
Okay.
I don't know his trainers.
He does have the dedication.
But he trains in a couple of different spots, if I'm not mistaken. Because he puts what I like to call the GSP strategy. Like when GSP was training, when he was training wrestling, he went and trained with the Canadian wrestling team. When he was training, jiu-jitsu, he went and trained at fucking the Gracie fucking academy. When he was training kickboxing, he went and trained with like kickboxers and shit like that. There's you see a lot of pop-up schools. I think Greg Jackson's team did it best. There's a couple of different teams around the world that are doing it, but here in the U.S., I think Greg Jackson's team did it best. Probably ATT. Those guys have a huge facility as well. As far as like you can get everything you need under we bring these coaches to you and you can get everything you need under one roof. But like GSP had that dedication where he was like, yo, that's great. I love that. And I go to TriStar for most of my training, but when I need to focus on my jiu-jitsu, I go to the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the fucking world.
Yeah.
When I want to focus on my fucking boxing specifically, You know, I go and work with the best boxing fucking, coaches in the fucking world. And it's Daniele has a level of dedication that fucking, I think he's going to go so fucking far, man. I think he's going to go so fucking far, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that kid shine, man.
Well, I think we should do that, man. I'm sure that Danielle will understand and not take it personally that I need to take this opportunity in the same way that he needs to take his. There will be more fights.
Yeah, man.
And I think we should do that joint raffle.
I'm down. What are the tickets like? What are the tickets like? $40?
$40.
Yeah, man. Let's give some tickets away, man.
Okay.
Let's fucking give some tickets away. I'll reach out to him, and I'll buy one and fucking.
I think he's gonna be around tomorrow. He's gonna drop mine off tomorrow.
We can do a fucking raffle and get that shit jumping. Also, it'll give him some free exposure, advertisement.
Yep.
Fucking hopefully put some more butts in the seats, man.
Maybe we could try to do a post-fight podcast with him too, since he turned down the podcast because he's training. You know what I mean? Like these are his training hours when I do the podcast. So maybe I can try to get him on after the fight, and we can get the three of us on, and really sit down and talk.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I think that'd be fun, man. What tendencies or strategies or techniques or as far as training goes and preparation do you carry over from the military and MMA into comedy? Because you said you've been cold for a little while now, but you used to do a lot of stand-up with us, man, a lot of roast battles and stuff. So
it's, for me, man, I don't even know. It's as far as tendencies that I brought over from, because when I got told I couldn't fight anymore, that was devastating for me, man.
What happened? Why couldn't you fight anymore?
That was so... kids, wear your headgear. With the exception of like one fight, I never took a lot of damage in a fight. I went to war in the gym so that I didn't get damaged in fights a lot. Like I've never been knocked out. I've been rocked twice in my life. But I've never been knocked out. I've never even TKO'd. Like, I've just never taken a lot of damage except for one fight. Fucking Riot Boyer, fucking prick, hit me in my temple like 40 times.
That's your boy, isn't it?
That's my homie. That's my homie. And he and I have fought so many times, And we actually, now that I'm not fighting, I can say that we actually built up this grudge match. Co-main event on the fucking card. He came in from out of state for this fucking fight. Like fucking, I pushed him at the weigh-ins. There were several altercations before the fight. Like, I mean, we got the whole city hyped for this fight. And he was staying at my house. Like,
that's really funny.
Like, he was staying at my house. Like, but
when you guys got in the cage, y'all really...
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Well, we go.
There's no more friendship.
Man, we've been going since we were kids.
Really?
We met fighting.
Okay.
We met fighting. He and I got into a fight the first time we met, and I fucked up his ankle. And then we got into a fight the second time. Our second encounter was me and him getting into a fight again. And remember I said I was an asshole when I was younger?
Yeah.
First thing I did, kicked him in the ankle. Kicked him in his fucked up ankle. He hit the ground, and I dropped a knee into it. And then another knee into it. And then another knee into it. And then I locked him in a fucking Achilles lock. And, yeah, this needless to say, I fucked up his ankle. And then we was tight after that. It was absurd how the shit fucking happened. Fucking, we just got mad tight, but we kept fighting. We kept all the time. All the time we would fucking fight. Probably 6, 7, 8, 9 times a week. Him and I are going at it. Like, and like as friends though.
Yeah.
Like as friends though. Just he loved to fight and I loved to fight and we wanted to get better and we had some other guys and fucking, this guy took that martial art and I took that martial art and I knew this and he knew that and this, that, and we'd exchange techniques and whatnot. And it's like there's no better way to train than in a real life situation. So we would go like fucking work, practice techniques, dope, awesome. Now let's test this shit.
Right.
And we would get into it and it was, yeah, man, it was a good time. It was a good time. But yeah, we built all this animosity, man. We had fucking people who didn't even know who the fuck he was. building. I'll put it to you like this: I play the heel. I should have gotten a professional wrestler, man, because I play the heel so fucking well. He came to my city where I resided, where I had a reputation, and you'd have thought he was the hometown favorite. The way they booed me, you would have thought he was that, because I play the heel so fucking well. I
really
play the
do,
fucking heel so fucking well. Like, he at the weigh-ins, he would shake my fucking hand, I'd smack them. It was like, we had good times. Like I said, we had an altercation at the fucking, I think it was an autograph signing or some shit. And it was just, so by the time fight night rolled around, and like a lot of people showed up because they wanted to see me lose anyways.
Right.
And they're like, this is the guy. Like, because it wasn't just him every opponent. Like I said, I came out fucking fighting. I knew I was fighting a cop, played cop killer. I didn't know he was a fucking hero cop.
Right.
Like, known, like, oh my God, I mean, that was the worst and the best. Cause before I ever made it to the cage, I was getting hit with shit, fucking people spitting on me and throwing shit, and fucking like the fucking security at the venue didn't do anything because they're like, "Fuck this guy, Rod Housley's a goddamn hero," and you fucking come out the fucking I fucking hit the curtains right when Ice Cube was like, "And I want to take a fucking pig out in the parking lot and shoot him in his motherfucking face," and then the beat drops and I hit the fucking curtains and the crowd was like, and it was like, you ever watch any of the old videos of like any of the good 80s, the 70s and 80s, like pro wrestling heels or whatever? And then son, it was like fucking, I felt like Roddy Piper walking in the fucking Madison Square Garden, fucking people trying to take swings at me over the goddamn fucking barricade and shit. Like, it's nuts. Like, I watched all the other fighters come out and people are high-fiving and touching and whatnot, and fucking, I got fucking booed out of fucking Cincinnati. I mean, booed out of fucking Cincinnati. And he couldn't have played out any better. If there was any guy to have to put an L on my record, I was happy it was Rod Housley. Fucking one of the most amazing human beings I've ever encountered. Still to this fucking day. Great fucking guy. Great fucking guy. I like to use him as an example when people are like, "All cops are bad." Like, I think of like guys like him or my cousin, or my cousin takes every year. Him and his fucking the community's gotten behind it now, so it's not all coming out of their pockets, but it's like him and his lieutenant, where it was coming out of their pockets for the longest time, would just take all the school kids shopping, like all school kids they could find. They didn't have fucking school clothes and supplies and shit, and fucking they take them out to fucking Walmart and get them whatever they could.
Nice.
I think about that cop in fucking Baltimore, fucking after every goddamn shift, he fucking goes out to the fucking out to the hood with the fucking kids, and he sits out and he kicks it and chills with the fucking kids and whatnot to let them know, the cops aren't here. We're not your enemies. We're not your, there's bad cops in the world, just like there's bad McDonald's servers. Right. But he goes out and he brings these kids fucking dinner every night, or he'll go play basketball with him, or fucking the girls was like, "Oh, you guys play basketball with the boys." So this motherfucker learned to go out and fucking sew with the fucking girls on the fucking stoop. Like, there's fucking amazing fucking officers in the world. There's cops out there. Fucking the dude fucking I just actually shared this on my Facebook. Fucking who bought he bought this struggling dad. He bought his kid because he was like, "I could write you a ticket for a car seat, and I can give you a ticket right now." He's like, "But you're struggling as it is, and it's only gonna put you further behind." So he took this dude to Walmart and bought him a car seat for his fucking daughter.
That's
like
amazing.
the two cops that fucking in the middle of their fucking shift, and like certain shit bothers me, but like, so you saw two cops in the middle of their fucking shift. They stopped to help this waitress whose babysitter got sick and had to cancel, and so she had to bring her kid to work. As somebody who's had to bring his kid to work, as someone my last 3 jobs, like, they know my kids. Like, single dad life. So like fucking like, my kid be out there helping me fucking, I was working fucking at the vape shop, and she'd be like, "You should buy that one." And people are like, okay. And these cops sat there with her kid for an hour until she finished the rush, till the rush was over or whatever, to make sure that she was safe, and, there was just eyes on her and whatnot. And like, it kills me, the type of people that we have in the world, because you have people who are actually legitimately like, "Oh, well, they weren't out doing their job." It was just an excuse for them to sit down and, eat and drink free coffee or whatever and blah, 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 blah. So, suck my dick. Like, suck my dick,
That
like,
is
on
their
that
job,
shit.
protect and serve.
Like, right, thank you. That is the fucking job, is protect and fucking serve. Not berate and belittle and, like, so fucking, if they were out on the streets looking for people to bust, you'd be like, oh, they're looking for people to bust, they're trying to meet a quota, or blah, 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 blah. But they stopped to help this woman and her child, and it's like, oh, well, they're not doing their job. Well, suck my dick. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's
They're
like,
never gonna do anything to please you.
when they had that video of that cop beat the shit out that dude, when dude was like, he was like, if you wouldn't have that badge on, I'd fuck you up. And the cop took his badge off, his gun belt, the whole nine, and he ran hands with this dude and beat his ass. And everybody got mad and was like, oh, that cop stepped over the line. I didn't feel that way. I was like, yo, homie was talking that shit and he called them fucking hands. You can't be mad. You know when I get mad? When cops shoot unarmed black kids.
Right.
That's when I get mad. When unarmed black men get shot for no fucking reason, that's what I get mad about. And homie was talking shit. He said, if you didn't have that badge on, I'll beat your ass. And homie took the badge off and gave him that work. And when his partner was like, all right, and tried to take dude to jail, he was like, no, we ain't taking him to jail. We ain't taking him to jail. I told him he wasn't going to jail if he ran them hands. He ran them motherfucking hands, and it is what it is. You can't be mad at that. You can't bitch about both. Like, come on, man.
Some people are never going to be pleased, no matter what.
There's people that are going to be pissed with everything, man. There's good and bad people all over the fucking world.
When you coming out to an open mic, motherfucker? We got 3 this week. Grapevine on Wednesday, and we got 2 on Thursday night. Rec Center and Central Station. You haven't even been to the Rec Center yet, dude. We've been getting good crowds over there. Full room.
I might be able to make Thursday. I got my kids come first.
Yeah, totally.
My kids
Totally.
have to. My kids look up to Dad because Dad has never failed them. Dad has never not been there. Dad has.
Fucking right, dude.
So my kids always got to come first.
Of course. Totally respect that.
And between that and some health issues that I was having over the past year is why I haven't been out as much.
We miss you, man. We do.
But I'm gonna try. To make it out to something this week.
Okay.
Thursday probably would be my best bet. But I gotta look at my schedule. Like, it's not even like I work while the shows are going. Like, I get off in time, but I normally have to get off and go get my kid and feed her and bathe. I gotta cook dinner and I gotta clean and I gotta do baths and whatnot. And man. Look, I pride. It's one of the things I pride myself on, the 3 Fs, because I'm only good at 3 things, and it's fighting, fucking, and fathering. Like, I just as really all I bring to the table. If a woman ever wanted to figure out what it is that I bring to the table, fucking well, I guess I add another F. Finances. I got my finances pretty.
Yeah.
I make decent money.
You got good credit?
Working
on a car loan for me?
I'm working on it. I am working on it. Oh, God. I tore my fucking credit to shreds when I was young. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to get back up there. I like to break black stereotypes. Like,
I like to break black stereotypes.
There's only one black stereotype that I haven't been able to get away from yet fully, and that's my love of chicken. So,
everybody loves chicken though, man. That's bullshit.
I know, man. But like, it's different for black people. It's different. I'll tell you why. I went to Golden Corral. I used to always get a plate of chicken first, and I don't now. My chicken is my second plate. Now I get steak because I was sitting there and I was getting my chicken and whatnot, and I see these 2 white dudes, and they just kind of whispering back and forth, and they're looking at me and shit, and I'm like, the fuck is going on? Like, the fuck is going on with this shit? And so fucking I was hothead back then. So I walk over to the table and I'm like, the fuck's the problem? You got an issue? And the dude was like, hey, buddy. Calm it down. He was like, we don't have no problem. We don't have no issue. My buddy here said that your first plate of food was going to be chicken. He said it when you walked through the door. And I said, I don't believe that. That's a fucking stereotype. But here you are with a plate of chicken and I owe him $20. And I was like, man, fuck y'all. I'm not a goddamn social experiment. No. I'm not a goddamn social experiment. So now.
Was that you at Walmart in Stafford with the Klan's hood?
God, Jesus. I was Target. And apparently it was
Target.
2. Because somebody said it was the Target. Somebody told me it was the Target out in Stafford Marketplace. But we had, across from my job, we had a guy in a Klan costume out across from my job, out in the Target out on 17. Because I was like, yo, somebody should have told me this like 30 minutes ago. I'd have went over there and hollered at him.
Hey, yo, what up, fam? You got any literature?
Oh, I joined the Klan once, so, you know.
Did you?
Yeah, man. You can actually, anybody can join the Klan online.
Okay.
So I was, it was when I was younger, and I was high, and I was drunk. And we went, I don't know why we were on the Klan website. But we were probably because we were high and drunk. But we're on the Klan website and we're giggling at everything because they never actually used the word like nigger on the Klan website. Everything is like, we do not hate the Negro. We simply feel that the Negro belongs in Africa. Like that's the whole Klan website is like, it's everything is very like, you know, thought out and meticulous. And so it's like, it's like you can join. And then you pay your fucking fee, and it's like, we'll send you your package, and this, that, and the third. Now, in our high and drunk state, for whatever reason, we were like, when the Klan shows up to deliver our packages, like, they're going to be so shocked to find two big-ass black dudes. This is going to be amazing. They sent that shit through, like, fucking FedEx or some shit. Like, fucking, we never actually saw the Klan. Obviously, I'm no longer a member of the Klan because I didn't pay my dues after that. The only reason I paid the initial fucking fee was because in my state of mind, we really thought the Klan was gonna fucking show up at the fucking door,
hand deliver,
with two packages. Like, hey, welcome to the KK. What niggers? Like, nah. That's how we thought it was gonna work in our head. He's mailed off some fucking packages, man, and so obviously we didn't pay fucking dues after that because the fuck is the point. But yeah,
Sean the Black Klansman.
I did a lot of dumb stuff when I was young. Like, that's
Me
all.
too, man. Most of them I can't talk about on podcasts.
God, I like to feel like some of these things are so far like in the past, like they're not even like.
There's no statute of limitations. You're
I was some shit we did in DC that like, oh God. I can't go into the situation. I would just say at one point in my youth, the cops, DC police locked down like 8 blocks looking for me and my friends. Like 8 fucking blocks got locked down and we all split up and was like, all right, let me meet you at the car. Like, and it was just fucking, and then it wasn't like a bank robbery or anything, like, just dumb, just creating a lot of mischief for no fucking reason. And
or maybe created a little bit too much.
More
than you thought you were.
Stayed the fuck out of DC for a long time. Them motherfuckers would call me up like, hey, Sean, and I'm like, nope, can't kick it with my white friends for a while. Like, I mean, no. Y'all motherfuckers live too dangerously for me.
Can't kick it with my white friends.
As I realized is what I realized on the ride back to Virginia was I was the only black dude in that car, and I was like, not for a while. Not for a while. Like we're not going down this path again.
Well, I come kick it with you at Pimenta. You come kick it with me at an open mic.
Sweet. I'm down.
So it's official. Pimenta on the 28th. We're going to do a giveaway with Daniele's fight tickets. So we should do that on your podcast.
Okay, bet.
So
next week.
Next week, you guys won't have me on next Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay. It works
Let's
out.
do that.
Okay. Sean, thank you so much for having me on. How can people follow you on social media and shit?
Follow me, Sean Bennett Comedian, on Facebook, or you can hit, at Be The Bad Guy, not B-E, just Be The Bad Guy. Also follow the Plank page, FXBG The Plank, baby. We're on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram, Scrappy2Gs. You can follow me on Twitter, Sean Bennett, Black Mask. Look me up. I'm there. I'm everywhere. I'm the villain, baby. VA's villain. Come and find me.
And I'll throw that shit up in the description of the video on YouTube and stuff too, so people can see it. Thank you for coming on, dude. And
Thanks for having me, brother.
The 10th episode. It's very fitting. I think I've been on your podcast more than I've been on anybody else's. So it's very fitting that you're in my 10th episode, man.
Well, we love having you on the show, man. You always bring a flair, a certain flair of Scott. That's the best way I can describe it, man.
Usually I bring a stomach full of LSD. And that's I love you, brother, man. Thanks for coming on, Sean.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
EK, thanks, bud. Good man. Why you got an instant burning?